Hey everybody, hey traders, Chris Pulver here. Welcome back to the Pulver Report. It is Monday the 5th of December. We actually just finished up a live session, but I'm just going to send out a video recap and just kind of continue on with the analysis. So, good discussion to kick things off. It's a fairly straightforward week. Let's get into the risk disclaimer first. Winston's risk and trading. Please don't always use trade capital only. You know the deal there. Social media, make sure it's the real me. Get into the chart. So we were talking about interest rates. We have the RBA and the BOC this week. So we're looking at the cash rate for the RBA at 25 basis points hike. That would be Monday. I think that's Monday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yes. Go into this week on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We have the RBA cash rate decision, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. GDP for the Aussie Wednesday. BOC expected to raise rates another 25 basis points. And then we have PPI numbers on Friday. So this week's trading, what am I watching? This will be talked about in the live session. Like I said, sorry we got abruptly cut off, but I'm going to go ahead and just recap everything. So first and foremost, I'm going to look at a trade on the Aussie New Zealand. I was liking this trade. We were discussing this. I have some nice oversold conditions. Okay, we're at 106.23. I'm going to look at basically going from 106 back to 106.70. There's a nice little pocket here on the daily time frame as well. Hopefully coming back into like 107.40 or so. I'm going to set a chart alarm around 107.25. 107.25, 107.40. See if we can find that little pocket right there. Nice little daily levels around 107.45. There we go. So I'm going to look at a small buy trade to start things off. We've had basically just a nice flush that we were short on, 114 all the way down towards 110. We had this nice break of 110, pulled back to it. This is a great spot for break support, pullback becomes resistance, and then slides lower. Now the fact that we're looking at oversold conditions on a daily time frame with nice divergence, I'm looking for a short-term pop to the upside. Okay, so that is the Aussie versus New Zealand. I think this trade is really solid. I'm going after like 50 to 60 pips, hopefully more. I mean, realistically, we get to 107.40. That's 120 pips or so. But again, this is a trade where if I'm going to take a trade, I've got to be prepared for this thing to push lower and then snap back. So it might just pop up right away. It might hit, with the news on the RBA, or it might flush down a little bit lower towards a level like 105, 104, which I'm totally prepared to start buying more. Okay, so I do like that trade quite a bit. Let's go into some other currencies. Aussie yen, I'm staying out of Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, we've been protecting profits. We hit the 200 EMA. I would be, protecting and closing trades if you've been short the dollar, which means Aussie dollar long, Euro dollar long, Pound dollar long, New Zealand dollar long. I would be shorting those. Okay, or I would be closing profits and waiting for another setup. CAD Swiss, this one we're waiting for a trend line break. There's some good pocket activity down here, some pivots as well. We break a trend line on CAD Swiss. I am looking to get long. So we break a trend line there, start to trade toward the monthly pivot. There's a nice pocket zone there between 72.50 and 73. This could be a trade that might drift all the way down towards 67.50 to 6800. That's big weekly support if we go to the weekly time frame. So this CAD Swiss might just reset all the way back down towards 68, but I'm still going to buy it. So this level held a little bit, but once it broke, this opens up potential support. We have historical lows back around 67. So I'm looking to basically build my CAD Swiss position in here and take it back up into some range levels. But that's more of a position trade. CAD Yen, we should be taking profit on this one. We were short at the breakout at 104, took it away down to parity. That was a great trade. That was 450 pips in our direction. Good spot to take some profit. Swiss Yen, we're off the lows. Let me go back to the daily time frame here. So we're off the lows. We're right back into those BOJ lows, and we bounced off that hard this week. So we're going to see what happens. Next week we have the Swiss National Bank rate decision. I'm still looking at the technicals to see if we can carve out this high on the Swiss yen and drift down to this 200 EMA, which does have a pretty high bar count. So anyway, just going to keep watching this one, but I remain short on the Swiss yen overall. Euro Aussie, this one's pushing higher. We've been staying out of this one, but we're looking for Aussie Swiss to go higher above 64.50. Euro CAD protecting profits here. Pound CAD, Euro CAD protect your profits. We got some pivot alignments. If the Euro CAD rate decision, so CAD rate decision on Wednesday, we have weekly pivot, we have a monthly pivot. I wouldn't be surprised, and if this little zone here, the Euro CAD might be hitting a short-term resistance zone. Okay, so I might look at a short trade on the Euro CAD this week for a nice little pivot. That's around 40.90. Oops, I don't want to copy that. I want to go to 4100. We're trading at 41.92. So there's some opportunity right there on the Euro CAD, possibly on the Pound CAD as well. Let's take a look at Pound CAD really quickly. Pivot, yeah. So there's a couple pivot alignments on the Pound CAD, Euro CAD. Right now, it looks like the Euro CAD is slightly better. Euro Swiss, we're at 99. Hopefully, we can get above parity, and I'm still long on Euro Swiss. Euro New Zealand, anything here? No. Euro Dollar, protect your profits at 105. We might be hitting resistance here on the outer trend line. Pound Aussie, Pound CAD, protect your profit. Pound Swiss, if we can break these highs around 1600, 1600, hit this 200 EMA, get above the 200 EMA, there's room to run towards 2000. I'm still bullish on the Pound Swiss towards 1.20. Pound Yen, stay out of this one. Pound New Zealand, stay out of this one. Pound Dollar, protect your profits. New Zealand CAD, we've booked our profits. My 8600 trade I did sell. I'm up about 50 pips or so, or 40 pips right now, and I'm looking to see if this will slide back in and find some pivot supports or just retrace. I mean, this has been a really nice run from the lows at 76. This thing has nearly went 1,000 pips on a currency pair that doesn't really trend. So having a low, having a high, I would expect to pull back on the New Zealand CAD this week. Okay, so I do like that trade. New Zealand Swiss protected some profits here around 6,000. New Zealand Yen, if you're looking to short, this is a good opportunity here. Looking for resistance to hold, look for structure to break. We could set this one up with Masterflex. Try to get a break below 85, take this back down towards 82 or 81. But look for some confirmation on New Zealand Yen. New Zealand Dollar, book some profits. We're looking for a pullback. So we get a pullback here, maybe shallow one. Maybe we pull back to the monthly pivot, but still looking for pullbacks and then see if the Kiwi can continue to gain strength over the dollar. Dollar CAD, this one's been a bit messy. We might have this where it's pulling back, correcting, and then another flush lower. So if the dollar CAD does give us a pullback, let's see if we have resistance between 135 and 136, and then a confirmation break to the downside towards 1.31. Dollar Swiss, if the dollar Swiss can build off these lows, there's a couple of spots. One is now, right? We have decent past resistance becoming support at current price around 9,400. The next level is 9,000. So if this level holds, we're probably pulling back into these pockets. If this level doesn't hold, we're coming down towards 9,000. I'm going to buy more and take the dollar Swiss long. Okay, dollar yen, we booked our profits, which was long overdue, but we did hit our 200 EMA. We got into our profit window, so this trade is now done. I'm sure that traders last week were looking to go long or looking to go long early this morning. That's totally fine. But if you're short, I would have been protecting profits last week when we exceeded that 200 EMA. Okay, so like I said, just want to do a quick recap. Sorry for the delay, and I'm seriously getting annoyed with like Google Chrome. My browsers keep booting me at times, and so that's been really frustrating. But anyway, appreciate everyone turning up this morning for the Pulver Report. We'll be back live on Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'll be traveling this week, but I'll be in Arizona Thursday and Friday, but I'll still be doing the sessions Friday morning to wrap up the week. And if you have any questions, let me know. Happy trading, lots of profits, and I'll see you in the trading rooms. All right, bye.